Yo, what it is, YouTube? Is your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a video here today on the channel. We're gonna be doing a dope full vocal preset breakdown, how to get Yeet and Playboy Cardi style rage vocals. So if y'all like this video, there will be a free preset down below that I'm gonna be cooking up with a certain type of plugin. You'll see. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and make sure you check the links down below so you can get access to those free presets and a whole bunch of other dope stuff that we got going on the channel. All right, so make sure you're subscribed. Let's get to listening to the track. Shout out to the really dope artist Yeet the Rebel. Okay, I'm gonna link him down below too.
Hit me. Eastside rebel life, welcome to the Wild West. I was raised by the wolf, I might eat your life, yeah. I got so much swag, I don't do no train, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm a ball like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap, rock that black, Air Force One. If the energy relax, put on black, Air Force One. I just hit the leg, rock that black, Air Force One. I said every time I rhyme on some sentimental shit. Nowadays everybody try to act suicidal.
Alright, so we're just gonna be looking at the vocal chain today. And the very first thing that you gotta know, I was looking for aggression. I really enjoy his vocal performance too because it kind of set up that palette. It set up that opportunity for us to get an aggressive vocal. So first thing I use is the EQ7. This is just a regular stock EQ, but I noticed that his voice is not really deep. It doesn't have that much bass in it, so I'm not aggressively, ripping off all of the low end. I just did a shelf to kind of diminish it a little bit.
Hit me. Eastside rebel life, welcome to the Wild West. I was raised by the wolf, I might eat your life, yeah. I got so much swag, I don't do no train, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm a ball like Mike.
And I also went in there and I kind of notched out this little nasty resonance frequency, already knowing that I'm going to be clipping, I'm going to be adding a lot of saturation, and that will start to develop kind of like a harshness, okay? Because you want that saturated sound like Cardi and Yeet without no harshness, okay? You want the knife without no scratch to your body, okay? I used the decapitator, the E, and yeah, just basic subtle saturation. I did not do it all in one plugin. I like to slowly build it up like a soup. I drop a little bit of carrot, I drop a little bit of tomato. That shit is slowly boiling in the pot.
Eat your life, yeah. I got so much swag, I don't do no train, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm a ball like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap, rock that black, Air Force One. If the energy relax, put on black, Air Force One.
So it just gives like a slight presence. It doesn't really start to create any real texture, but it gives a slight bit of presence. Then I use the Shep's Omni channel, and of course, when you see me put some plugins on the audio track and over here on the bus, just know it's because I ran out of space and I'm going back and forth between these two. So yeah, the Shep's Omni channel, I used a little bit of even order saturation just to give more body, and I'm cutting the body. I'm really developing the low end so far with the vocal.
Eat your life, yeah. I got so much. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap, rock that black, Air Force One. If the energy relax, put on black, Air Force One. I just hit the leg, rock that black, Air Force One. I said every time I rhyme on some sentimental.
So it's kind of like rounding off the top end. Like I already know I'm gonna distort this thing pretty hard, so I don't need my vocal to be too bright in the beginning. All right. So then I use the C4 pop vocal preset.
Eastside rebel life, welcome to the Wild West. I was raised by the wolf, I might eat your life, yeah. I got so much swag, I don't do no train, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm a ball like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap.
So far you see I've been developing my belly of the mix. I use the even order saturation, I use a little decapitator. All of those things added warmth, they added smoothness. All right, I'm slowly building up the saturated sound, and then I went to my C4 and I kind of cut it out in the middle, because that's what that's doing. That's taking away that mid-range. So it's just developing like that greedy texture. Like, you know how sometimes when you go order food and they say crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside for only $5, like shit like that. I'm just developing a texture, and when the way they cook it to get it that way is not just throwing it on the pan. You know what I mean? Even like a car too, they say, oh, the outside is badass, but on the inside, it's smooth leather seats. for only 2,000. You know what I mean? So it's just like the contrast, you know. And then I used the SSLG just because I like the color that it was giving, and also a little bit of compression. That low ratio rounds off, a little bit more of a vocal like this.
Nowadays, everybody try to act suicidal. What the fuck you gotta be so judgmental? Don't you know we live inside a bubble? I should've warned you the shit I've been through. Probably gotta mind you of the Moses, of the Trojan, if it's Armageddon. Nowadays, everybody try to act suicidal. What the fuck you gotta be so judgmental? Don't you know we live inside a bubble?
So at that point, the most important thing for me is just trying to get the vocal to be forward again, you know? So that's what that's kind of doing. Then I did add a little bit of brightness, okay?
Nowadays, everybody try to act suicidal. What the fuck you gotta be so judgmental? Don't you know we live inside a bubble? I should've warned you the shit I've been through.
Kind of giving a spark to this candle, which is the vocal, and it needs a little bit of light, it needs a little bit of brightness, so I just use a subtle spark from the fresher. I didn't bring out a whole torch, but that's what I brought. And then now we have like this complicated chain. I used the Spectre because I had the beat stems right here too, but to make everything cut through, I added some more layers of saturation like the Spectre, NLS bus, a little bit of tape saturation, and I used a bit amount of flux. You see how I'm slowly doing this? I'm not trying to get the sound all distorted all at one point.
Nowadays, everybody try to act suicidal. What the fuck you gotta be so judgmental? Don't you know we live inside a bubble? I should've warned you the shit I've been through. Probably gotta mind you of the Moses, of the Trojan, if it's Armageddon. I've been mortal. Nowadays, everybody try to act suicidal. What the fuck you gotta be so judgmental? Don't you know we live inside a bubble? I should've warned you the shit I've been through. Probably gotta mind you of the Moses, of the Trojan, if it's Armageddon.
So you hear like all those saturators combined, even the Faraday limiter is subtle saturation with the color knob. All of those saturators are combining to add up to the sound. So I would usually just bring out a couple of them and then just start rotating them all over the place. And then even this, which is crazy, I can't believe the mix knob has been around for this long. But even this, like hitting the red light.
Nowadays, everybody try to act suicidal. What the fuck you gotta be so judgmental? Don't you know we live inside a bubble? I should've warned you the shit I've been through. Probably gotta mind you of the Moses, of the Trojan, if it's Armageddon. I've been mortal. They cannot.
And then there was like some noise because when you have all these saturators and stuff, it's gonna bring out low level details, mic noises, etc.
Eastside rebel life, welcome to the Wild West. I was raised by the wolf, I might eat your life, yeah. I got so much rap, I don't do no trend, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm about like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap, right that black, Air Force One. If the energy...
So plugin that I actually want to create a free preset pack for right now, I'm going to take out that, is going to be the Psy EQ. And that's something I would use to achieve that sound. I would use the drive first of all.
Eastside rebel life, welcome to the Wild West. I was raised by the wolf, I might eat your life, yeah. I got so much rap, I don't do no trend, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm about like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap, right that black, Air Force One. If the energy relax, put on black, Air Force One. I just hit the leg, right that black, Air Force One. I said every time I rhyme on some sentimental shit. Nowadays everybody try to act suicidal. What the fuck you gotta be so judgmental? Don't you know we live inside a bubble? I should've warned you the shit I've been through. Probably gotta mind you.
And then I have like these little distorted ad libs.
Eat your life, yeah. I got so much rap, I don't do no trend, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm about like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap, right that black, Air Force One. If the energy relax, put on black.
I say if I was looking for a little bit more aggression out of this track, what I would also do is I'd throw a Psy EQ on there again. And whenever you use a Psy EQ, you might want to have a trim plugin after the fact, but
eat your life, yeah. I got so much swag, I don't do no trend, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm a ball like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap, rock that black, Air Force One. If the energy relax, put on black, Air Force One. I just hit the leg, rock that black.
Now you see like how my mix is like starting to crunch up.
Eat your life, yeah. I got so much swag, I don't do no trend, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm a ball like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One.
The mix is crunching up, but like what? We're only doing 2 dBs though.
Eat your life, yeah. I got so much swag, I don't do no trend, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm a ball like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap, rock that black, Air Force One. If the energy relax, put on black, Air Force One.
It's like that. That's the sound that the kids like nowadays, bro. You hear the crunching in the low end. You hear what's going on, man. You hear, and that's all coming from like the combination of it's just the way this EQ sounds, you know, when you push like the 5K, you push a little bit of the drive, get out a little bit more low end, and you kind of hit your two busts a little bit harder towards the end. You're gonna get the distortion. That's what the kids like. But this one is actually pretty smooth and pleasing. And I think I'll just do one more on the ad libs, or I'll do one for the beat. I'll do one 2-track juicer.
Eastside rebel life, welcome to the Wild West. I was raised by the wolf, I might eat your life, yeah. I got so much swag, I don't do no trend, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm a ball like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap, rock that black, Air Force One. If the energy relax, put on black, Air Force One. Eastside rebel life, welcome to the Wild West. I was raised by the wolf, I might eat your life, yeah. I got so much swag, I don't do no trend, yeah. When I hop on the mic, I'm a ball like Mike, yeah. Ain't nobody safe, put on black, Air Force One. Check, overstrap, rock that black, Air Force One. If the energy relax, put on black, Air Force One. I just hit the leg, rock that black, Air Force One. I said every time I rhyme on some sentimental shit, nowadays everybody.
All right, so you guys got to understand what we're working with here. That free preset pack is going to be available down below. Make sure you check the links down below so you can get access to all of the free presets that I've been building up so you guys can level up your sound. I want to see y'all blow. So don't forget to make sure that you are subscribed to the page so you don't miss out on anything, okay? Guys, make sure you also don't forget down below you can also book me for a mix if you ever want to work with me to get your tracks to sound professional, and join the YouTube channel membership where we got exclusive content nobody has seen that can get you to where you want your tracks to sound. I appreciate you guys a lot. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.